It is my pleasure as President of the International Association of Schools of Social Work to welcome all of you on this World Social Work Day. This year's theme is Respecting Diversity Through Joint Social Action, and I would like to contextualize it within the Global Agenda Initiative. As you all know, the Global Agenda for Social Work and Social Development was launched by IA, IC, and IF in 2010 and relaunched for 2020-2030 with the overarching theme, Co-Building Inclusive Social Transformation. We celebrated the 2021 World Social Work Day by reflecting on Ubuntu, I am because we are, while the 2022 day focused on co-building a new eco-social world, leaving no one behind. I would like to spend a moment to take up the contents of these 2 days to link them to today's theme. Ubuntu is an African philosophy that emphasizes the interconnectedness of all people and the importance of community. It is often translated as I am because we are, which means that our individual well-being is tied to the well-being of our community, a concept already expressed by Jane Addams in the 1930s. Co-building a new eco-social world, leaving no one behind, on the other hand, means ensuring that everyone has access to the resources and opportunities they need to thrive, regardless of their background or circumstances. It means recognizing that we are all part of a larger community and that we have a responsibility to care for and support each other. If we adopt the Ubuntu philosophy and the idea of co-building a new eco-social world and leaving no one behind, we recognize that we are all connected and that we all have a role to play in creating a sustainable and just future. This includes respecting and valuing the diversity of all individuals and communities. And inherent in this is the respect and appreciation of the diversity of all people and communities. Therefore, the theme that is proposed to us today is closely related and we could say consequential to those of previous years. As a society, we have come a long way in recognizing the value of diversity and the importance of inclusion. However, there is still much to be done to ensure that everyone, regardless to their background or identity, is treated with respect and dignity. Social work is a profession that strives to improve the lives of individuals, families, and communities. Social workers help people overcome challenges, navigate complex systems, and access resources to meet their needs. As stated in the global definition approved in 2014 by the IA and the IF, social work is founded on principles of social justice, human rights, and respect for diversity. Respecting diversity is not just a matter of being polite or politically correct, simply recognizing that we are diverse. It is an essential component of social work practice. We know that individuals and communities are diverse, and respecting diversity means acknowledging and valuing these differences and working collaboratively to address them. One of the social work principles calls for recognition the uniqueness of each person, and that means understanding that every individual is different and has their own set of strengths, challenges, cultural background, beliefs, and life experiences. Respecting diversity in social work means not only be aware of that and recognize it, but address inequalities and injustice that may arise from differences and promote a culture of inclusion and acceptance. As social workers, we have a responsibility to examine our own biases and prejudice and work towards addressing them. We must be aware of how our own backgrounds and experiences shape our perceptions and interaction with others. By engaging in ongoing self-reflection and learning, we can better understand the impact of systemic oppression and work towards creating more inclusive and equitable practices. The non-discriminatory and inclusive processes can be reached not only through interventions oriented to specific person or family, but working in communities and playing a public and political role. One way to promote diversity and inclusion is certainly through joint social action, as a collaborative effort between individuals, groups, and organizations to address social problems and create positive change. By working together, we can pool resources, expertise, and perspectives to tackle complex issues that affect the communities. Joint social action also allows to learn from each other and gain a deeper understanding of diverse experiences and perspectives. As social workers, we can facilitate this collaboration by building relationships, developing networks, facilitating dialogue, and creating spaces for diverse voices to be heard. Joint social action can take many forms, such as advocating for policy changes that promote social justice and respect for diversity at different levels, local, national, and international. Involving civil society and government for supporting people and collaborating with community organizations to address issues that are creating disrespect of rights and marginalization of part of population is fundamental to develop a joint action. The privileged position of social workers in the community can allow to recognize tensions and conflicts with the diverse, but also to understand how exclusion processes are activated. Through creating alliance within the civil society, it is possible to register and publicly denounce violation of fundamental rights, inequalities, and discrimination, advocate individuals' and minorities' rights, and represent societies in their multifaceted characteristics. Report evidences to decision makers influencing social policy and contributing to policy changes. Whatever form joint social action will take, it is critical that all stakeholders are involved and have a voice. This means actively seeking out diverse perspectives and working to create an inclusive environment where everyone feels valued and heard. One example at international level has been the Global People Summit held in June 2022 with the participation of many different partners, community representatives, politicians' unions, civil rights movements, climate justice leaders. From this meeting has been developed the People Charter for an Eco-Social World that has been submitted as an invitation and call to action to the world's leaders at the United Nations High-Level Political Forum and the General Assembly. I hope that this World Social Work Day will be an occasion to reflect and take a concrete initiative to realize joint action oriented to promote diversity and inclusion.